Today's class is Viral Conjunctivitis Part 2. First, we will see non-specific acute follicular conjunctivitis. It is the most common form of acute follicular conjunctivitis and it is caused by adenovirus serotype 1 to 11 and 19. Clinical features are of mild form of acute follicular conjunctivitis. Corneal involvement is not known in this. Treatment and preventive measures are similar to as described for epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. Next is pharyngoconjunctival fever. Etiology: it's an adenoviral infection commonly associated with subtypes 3 and 7. Clinical features: pharyngoconjunctival fever primarily affects children and appears in epidemic form. It is characterized by acute follicular conjunctivitis, which is associated with pharyngitis. Fever and preauricular lymphadenopathy is also seen. Corneal involvement in the form of superficial punctate keratitis is seen only in 30% of cases. Treatment is usually supportive and as same as described for epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. Newcastle conjunctivitis. Etiology: it is a rare type of acute follicular conjunctivitis caused by Newcastle virus. The infection is derived from contact with deceased owls, and thus the condition mainly affects poultry workers. Clinically, the condition is similar to pharyngoconjunctival fever. Acute herpetic conjunctivitis. Acute herpetic follicular conjunctivitis is always an accompaniment of the primary herpetic infection, which mainly occurs in small children and in adolescents. Etiology: the disease is commonly caused by herpes simplex virus type 1 and spreads by kissing or other close personal contacts. Herpes simplex virus type 2 associated with genital infections may also involve the eyes in adults as well as children, but it is rarely seen. Clinical features: acute herpetic follicular conjunctivitis is usually a unilateral affection with an incubation period of 3 to 10 days. It may occur in two clinical forms, one typical and the other one is atypical. In the typical form, the follicular conjunctivitis is usually associated with other lesions of primary infection such as vesicular lesions of face and lids. In atypical form, the follicular conjunctivitis occurs without lesions of the face, eyelids, and the condition then resembles epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. The condition may evolve through phases of non-specific hyperemia, follicular hyperplasia, and pseudomembrane formation. Corneal involvement, though rare, is not uncommon in primary herpes. It may be in the form of fine or coriaceous epithelial keratitis or typical dendritic keratitis. Preauricular lymphadenopathy occurs in almost all the cases. Treatment: primary herpetic infection is usually self-limiting. The topical drugs control the infection effectively and prevent recurrences. Supportive measures are similar to epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. Acute hemorrhagic conjunctivitis. It is an acute inflammation of conjunctiva characterized by multiple conjunctival hemorrhages, conjunctival hyperemia, and mild follicular hyperplasia. Etiology: the disease is caused by picornaviruses, that is enterovirus type 70, which are RNA viruses of small size, that is picosize. The disease is very contagious and is transmitted by direct hand to eye contact. Clinical features: the disease has occurred in an epidemic form in the Far East, Africa, and England and hence the name epidemic hemorrhagic conjunctivitis has been suggested. An epidemic of the disease was first recognized in Ghana in 1969 at the time when Apollo 11 spacecraft was launched, hence the name Apollo conjunctivitis. Incubation period of epidemic hemorrhagic conjunctivitis is very short, that is 1 to 2 days. Symptoms include pain, redness, watering, mild photophobia, transient blurring of vision, and lid swelling. This is a picture of acute hemorrhagic conjunctivitis. You can see the hemorrhage in the conjunctiva. Signs of epidemic hemorrhagic conjunctivitis include conjunctival congestion, chemosis, multiple hemorrhages in bulbar conjunctiva, mild follicular hyperplasia, lid edema, and preauricular lymphadenopathy. Corneal involvement may occur in the form of fine epithelial keratitis. Treatment. Epidemic hemorrhagic conjunctivitis is very infectious and poses major potential problems of cross infection. Prophylactic measures are very important and are same as described for epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. No specific effective curative treatment is known. However, eye drops may be used to prevent secondary bacterial infections. Usually, the disease has a self-limiting course of 7 days. Supportive measures are same as epidemic keratoconjunctivitis. Today's class is the continuation of our previous class, that is viral conjunctivitis part 1. Treatment and prophylactic measures are somewhat same for all the viral conjunctivitis. If you are thorough with the previous class, today's class will be very easy. Hope you all could understand today's class. Thank you for listening. Take care.